Hi, I'm Leslie Miranda, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the modalities that I offer in my office. The first one that I'd like to explore with you is EMDR, Eye Movement Desensitization Reprocessing. I know it's a big acronym, but the name says it all. Basically, it's an evidence-based trauma treatment, but it can also be used just to help stressors, and it can be used for big T, like big traumas, or little t's, things that kind of are erosive, but maybe not in a super dramatic way. It's been so effective in my clinical practice. Let me start there. I've used it with combat veterans, dozens of victims of mass violence. I've used it with people that have had childhood trauma that they're working through. And I love using it also for performance and helping people do well, live their best life, because we can also use it on that positive angle as well. EMDR was discovered by Dr. Francine Shapiro. So she was having some health issues and was feeling really badly about that. And one day she took a walk in a park and she noticed her eyes started moving back and forth in a very specific way. And when that happened, she thought, I feel better about what was bothering me. And so she thought, maybe I'll try that again. She did it on purpose, and she thought, sure enough, I still feel better. Then she thought, well, let me try this on my friends. So she met with some friends and she tried it on them, and they felt better, and thus EMDR was born. And she worked very hard and tirelessly in her lifetime to make sure that this was brought forward as an evidence-based treatment. There's lots of stories about it not being well received in the beginning because it was so different. The whole premise was, no, you could only talk. That's how you do therapy. But Dr. Francine Shapiro showed that when we add in these eye movements and apply them, when we bring up something stressful, it can greatly reduce the amount of stress. And I want to be really clear here. This isn't a fanciful type of treatment. It's not wishful thinking. We're talking about people could say, I feel level 10 out of 0 to 10 level of disturbance is the most disturbing thing in my life, and be at a 0 frequently by the very end of a session. So I've been using EMDR for 10 years. I am certified in it, and not only that, I am an approved consultant, so that means I can certify other clinicians in EMDR. So I've really done my best to be as potent as possible when someone sits down in front of me. I've also recently trained in EMDR 2.0 that was developed by Drs. Ad Dejan and Susie Matheson in the Netherlands, and that's been going incredibly well. It actually kind of works faster than traditional EMDR, and that people have been coming in with maybe a list of memories that they'd like to work on, and quite often, no guarantees, but quite often we've been able to get to 2 of those memories in a 50-minute session. And again, we're not talking about, like little irksome memories. We're talking about big T. We're talking about things that are traumatic in nature. So it's been really remarkable. I frequently think, gosh, what a cool time to be alive, that we don't have to carry these things unnecessarily for years, that there's really help and treatment available. Please, I'd love to talk to you more. If you have any questions on how it works, why it works, I want to answer those questions. Have you had EMDR? I'd love to hear a story from you or testimonial.